Thank you, Laura. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer break. I have on the hat and a t-shirt because I refuse to give it up right now, but I know that it is coming. Shout out to any Network 12 people who are here. Horace Mann, anyone? Oh, great. Okay, thank you. There's Lenedra. Thank you so much. So I just want to start off by saying that I know that a lot of us have been in Google Palooza right now, and it's a lot of information, some good things that are going on. Skyline messed with some tools, so I'm a little bit flustered about that right now, but we're gonna get that together. As for me though, the first thing that I think about a week before school is my classroom procedures and some of the things that I'm gonna ask my kids to do so that I could teach and so they can learn and so that we see lots of growth in June. So that's, for me, is always foremost on my mind. Am I going to have a classroom climate that is conducive to me doing all of the PDs that I'm learning in Google Palooza? And so LiveSchool is a big part of that. So as you can see, we are on the frame that shows some of our point systems, some of our buttons that we use. I want to make a point to let you all know that I don't think that people just come up with these buttons. You got to listen to what the network is looking for that year, for what our school goals are, you know, what our principal wants, and especially what you need to have done in your classroom. And I always look back at some things that worked the previous year, some things that didn't work, I want to improve on. So whatever issues I'm having, right, I always make those a new button. If you take a look at that really quick, some of the things that I was here last year, so some of the buttons have changed. Some of them we've added on to, and it's all because we took the time to reflect on, again, what worked and what didn't work. So for example, our school really focused on student collaboration. And for the teachers, the middle school teachers, we wanted more leadership skills. And so you see buttons there. I don't know if you need to open it up a little bit more, but you see buttons like participate, positive interaction with peers. You see firefighters, which is my favorite. If you see people getting ready to rumble, I need to see individuals who will step in and say, hey, sit down, it ain't even serious, blah, blah, blah. So those are some things that we look forward to as far as having our scholars to do. You can go into the next frame. Oh, you already did. Okay. Did I miss a frame, Laura? Or is this?
No, you are doing great.
All right. So I like for my students to know that you don't act right. You don't, you know, strive to become mature just to get a treat on Friday or just to have, you know, attend an event on Friday. You do it because you are becoming a mature young adult. You have high school to look forward to. You have college to look forward to. So it's good to be motivated, and we want to reward you for the things you are doing, but at the same time, it's all for your personal growth. So we try to put those things in mind. What changed everything was, of course, we're making the students accountable for positive behaviors that we see. All day long, we can click and give them the merits. I'm getting tired. They're not taking it seriously anymore. We want them to hustle. We want them to hustle. We want to see the leadership. We want to see the collaboration. We want to see the hard work. So we basically, we put it on them to get their points. So we go from Thursday to Thursday. If you don't have those 100 points in my class and 100 points in math, you don't attend until we begin to see those things. And more importantly, until you reflect on what you're doing and what you're not doing so that you can be able to grow. So the 100 points are needed. We review the student data, their points on Thursday, and we make the determination as far as who is going. We get the list. They know because they also check their points. The parents know because they check their points as well. 5 demerits, of course. It's non-participation. It's not punishment. If you're a non-participant in the class that you are in, you're going to fill out a reflect page. What are some things you didn't do well? What are some things you did well, and try again the next time? Okay. Some of the things that we came up with, of course, we're trying to save money, especially this year. But anyway, some of the bigger events where we had apple nachos. I think that's a picture that Laura has up there now. Another big event was what we call sip and color. Very cheap. I wasn't sipping paint, couldn't afford that. So we had basic crayons and some pictures that we got off the net. Very simple. They enjoyed it. I didn't think it would work because I like food, right? But the sip and color was just awesome. But more importantly, we found out that the kids simply wanted to wind out, chill, be with their friends, and just have time to, really just clear their minds of all the math, the science projects, the poetry slams. They just wanted to chill. Okay, so like I said, all of this to us is for their growth, and everything, of course, starts with data, from your push buttons to your explaining the expectations for the students. Everything stems from the data, from CWIP, SIPA, our school goals, our classroom goals, personal goals, even with parents, letting us know some things that they want to see their students improve in. So everyone in our building participates. After lunch, it was so many times that our security staff either came to me and say, "Oh, Ms. Joiner, give room 217 some points. They did excellent." Or Ms. Joiner, everybody get the merits, right? So everyone is in on it. We use the data in parent conferences, which is my big one. Don't come to me telling me how wonderful the student is, and in every single class, the child has 20 demerits. No. So I don't spend a lot of time arguing with parents. I use data. I bring everything back to academics, and it starts with those expectations. We also connect LiveSchool points to our big ticket items like field trip. We even, for our graduates, you can't mess up, because we also connect activities that deal with graduation to those LiveSchool points as well. So if you want to see a class that's acting like they're supposed to, it's probably the 8th grade class. Okay, so when building buy-in across the school, middle school, we have our collection of ideas and thoughts and things that we know work, because we see all of the kids 6th through 8th grade every single day. I love it that sometimes in our team meetings, my principal, my assistant principal, the disciplinarian may come in and have some data straight from LiveSchool, and we can figure out, time periods that these high flyers are cutting up, or we can figure some periods where the kids are mostly working to decide information. Again, when I have irate parents coming up, I don't argue. Data is data, proof is proof. Go argue by yourself, respectfully. So it does help as far as all of the figures, parents, administrators, security, lunchroom staff, anyone can give us information. We have that information tracked. You know exactly what went wrong, when it happened, or the other side when good things are happening, who is doing well, and so forth. Visiting teachers, admin, when they come through, when 12 comes through, they are always telling us how there's a noticeable difference. The focus is better. The classrooms are, quiet. The kids are collaborating. We're teaching. We trust the kids to move around and things like that. So LiveSchool helps us with all of those things that makes my life better as an educator. Okay, so my personal advice, thank you. So my personal advice to educators using LiveSchool or thinking about using it, I want to share with you to always be consistent. On Thursdays, there's always an issue. Oh, Miss Joiner, Miss Williams, Mr. Toby, I think I should go. No, you didn't get your points. But it's 100 and I got 99. Well, you needed to do something else to get the 1 point. Try it again next week. So it's a hard day on Thursdays, but be consistent, follow through, put in your points. We've had teachers who didn't put in points, and before you know it, on Friday, you got a room full of good kids, everyone's crying. Be consistent, right? Make students accountable. So it's not about taking points away, us taking points away. It's about them getting the points that they need. Focus on growth, not punishment. I love that. And then keep it simple. Whatever issue you are having, put a point system to it and you will begin to see the growth. Kids will buy in. Nobody wants to be sitting in the classroom on Fridays when everybody else is in the hallway, downstairs, outside on a trip. They act tough, but when Friday comes, the toughness turns to tears. I think I have one more. Okay. So I am thinking about a couple buttons from this year, like I said, based on last year, some problem areas. I am going to suggest to the team that we have points for parents, and then there's some information. Please communicate with me. Tell me your new telephone number. Have an email online. Study buddies, success. I want to see peer check-ins. I want to see you asking your classmates, hey, did you have the reading done for this day? I want you to check in. A teaching assistant will just simplify what I taught. I learned that last year I was teaching inferences, and I had a student to stand up. He was like, Ms. Joiner, can I explain it to them? I was like, yeah. He said, basically it's what's not said. Done, over with. He did my job in a sentence. Okay. So I'm also thinking about man ambassadors, wonderful writers, test-taking experts. You can see all of that for yourself. I would ask in my conclusion that if you have any ideas about things, issues that you're having at your school, in your class, please put it in the chat box so I can copy and paste it, suggest it to my group, use it for myself. Hey, it's all about learning from each other and supporting each other. With that being said, I wish everybody a good rest of your summer. Get ready for our babies. There's a lot going on, and you need LiveSchool to help you set your procedures so that you are able to teach this year. Love y'all. Peace.